Hey people, this is XIII, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIII, and really welcome back. I kind of took like a really, I was on like a hiatus for a while, well, not just for this game, but for pretty much all of my videos, just because I wasn't feeling the creative spark, and I realized that as I was like recording my other games too. I should actually start, like as I was doing Majora's Mask and this game, it's like, okay, well, I'm just kind of recording to get videos out there. And I'm like recording, I was like, it wasn't really, I wasn't really jiving with it, so I decided to take a little break. And it wasn't like an intentional break, it was kind of like, it just kind of happened over time, because I actually had recorded like 3 videos beyond this part that I'm about to record now. And then when I went to edit them, none of them had sound, and that was just like, oh, those were such great videos, and I was like, you know what, I'm done for a little bit. And so I stopped, and now I'm finally starting up again, and hopefully it'll be good. I haven't recorded in a long time because, but during my break I was playing Pokemon a lot, and I was also playing the Final Fantasy XIV beta, and I actually did pre-order the game, because I've been in the beta for Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, obviously, since like Phase 2, and that was like back in like April or something. And since then, a lot has changed, and it's really good, and I've pre-ordered it, and I want it, and it was good even in Phase 2, it was great. So, in the meantime, there's a couple things I want to show, like FF13 related. If you go over here, you can actually fight these guys. I don't think I showed these before. You can fight them, and you can actually get pretty good CP from them if you just, they're kind of grindable. Like if you reset the game, and you can fight them again, and they'll give you 800 CP, and that's okay, I guess. It's not an amazing amount. Oh, I gotta get used to healing again. I haven't played this game in a while. But yeah, I guess since we have time, I'll continue on. Like, FF14 got really good, so what I'm going to do, actually, I'm not going to really do, I don't think, a video series of it. I might make a video or two, just for fun, like a random video. Because Final Fantasy XIV is an MMO, so it's a little hard to do actual stuff for it. But I will stream some of it, maybe, I'm thinking, because I do need stuff to stream. And then I'm also thinking, like, I announced this in one of my streams, but like as a future LPs to so even though I took a long break, I'm not done making videos. Like I don't know if I'm back right now. I wouldn't go so far as to say that, but I know that today I am recording as many videos for Final Fantasy XIII as I can, just to get myself caught up. And I really don't want to upload them. Oh, 640 CP, sorry. I don't want to upload them until like I have like a little bit of a backlog of videos. So even though I'm recording this today, I'm not going to say the day, because then I don't want it to feel like, oh, this is going up way later, even though it's probably not, because it really isn't. I mean, you would know, because I just said, oh yeah, I pre-ordered FF14, it comes out in 3 days, so yeah, I mean, yeah, you can kind of figure out the date. It's actually, you know what, screw that, it's the 20th, who am I kidding, just say the day, don't be all mysterious in that. But, here we have a boss.
I'm going down that easy.
Oh, I didn't CP. I didn't apply all the CP that I learned from the previous fights and stuff. That's okay. Well, we should be totally fine. Let's go to... I want to... Undermine. Yeah, that's good. Actually, before Undermine, let's go to Symbiosis here. That's Synergist and Medic. That way, Vanille's going to keep us healed up while I haste us all, because buffs are actually really useful in this fight. And this guy can pack up a bit of a punch too, and we don't have any defensive buffs, so that's why I have Vanille on Cure. And I'm just gonna continue buffing myself up offensively, and Vanille as well.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, so I'll probably stream some of that. And also, as far as future LPs, as I was saying, as you know, right now I'm doing Final Fantasy XIII and Majora's Mask. I mean, if you're watching this in the future, you really don't care, because, like, dude, you recorded this like 3 years ago. What do I care? But like, after this LP, I really want to go, or like, after this and Majora's Mask, I'm going to do Kingdom Hearts 1.5, like, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, and that's going to be on Proud Mode, which will be interesting, because I actually haven't beaten that game on Proud Mode yet, on my Japanese copy, and Proud Mode is harder than the Expert Mode on the English version. Excuse me for the burp, I'm drinking coffee at the same time, so it's like, you know how it goes. So, Vanille, you want to get D-Shell on it? Or do you not have D-Shell? I don't think you have D-Shell. Let's go to Slash and Burn. Oh, you do have D-Shell. Okay, well, too late now. Let's just attack it. I want to deal some good damage here. So, yeah, and then after Kingdom Hearts 1.5, because you guys already knew about that, I'm probably going to go to, a Pokemon game. And because like I said, I've been playing a lot of Pokemon, and I'm thinking, this isn't set in stone yet, but I'm thinking Emerald, and if I did do it, I'd be doing it as like a co-op LP with a friend, and we've been talking about it for a while, and I think it'd be a lot of fun if I did it that way, just to spice things up as far as my LPs go. Oh, why did I go to dual casting? That's stupid. I want to go to War and Peace. I have the doctor's coat on. I could just heal with potions, but whatever. Vinny will just heal me up. We're already here. Now let's go back to Undermine. Now Vinny can get that D shell on him. Oh, I have Steam up. I hope like if someone messages me, you'll probably hear the beep, because I think any audio thing that goes through my computer you also hear, but I'm not sure about that. We'll find out. I really hope this audio is going through. If I like record another 4 videos and it's not gonna work, then I'm gonna be very disappointed. Hey, you want Vanille? Let's get these shells. There we go. Alright, now let's go to Slash and Burn and do some real damage here. So yeah, I'm thinking Pokemon, and I'll probably do Emerald, because Emerald's my favorite Pokemon game. I really enjoyed it a lot. Like, my favorite Pokemon games, like, if I had to tier them, right now would be, first is Emerald, and second would be Heart Gold, and third would be Pokemon Black 2. Because I actually really like Gen 5, and I was okay with Gen 5, like Part 1, like Black and White 1. I was okay with that. It wasn't like my favorite games ever, but Black 2 has really been blowing me away with how much diversity there is in the gameplay, as far as like what Pokemon you can catch. Like, you can catch a Riolu in the beginning of the game. Like, how cool is that? That's so cool. And I actually have a Riolu on my team. That's part of my dream team. Or, he's Lucario now. Yeah, my dream team is pretty awesome. It's a Swampert, it's a Lucario, it's a Metagross, it's a Hydreigon, and it's a Typhlosion, and I'm probably missing one. Wait. Swampert, Metagross, Hydreigon, Typhlosion, Lucario. I am missing one. Which one am I missing? Holy crap. So that's 5, and there's 6 on the dream team. There's 6 on a team. Dude, I gotta focus on this fight. I'm dying, like, really bad. Why can't I think of the other one? That's really frustrating. Like, that's like my team. I can't just forget, like, a Pokemon on my team. It's like, you know, thinking of your family and forgetting a brother or something, you know? It's not something you do. I don't know why. It's because I'm, like, I'm recording, and when I record, like, my brain doesn't function like it normally does. I'll say it later. I don't know, I can't think right now. When I think of it. Actually, I have my 3DS right. Where is my 3DS? Because it's on. I could just check right now. I'll check like during the cutscene, because I'm probably not going to talk in this cutscene coming up, because it's pretty important. So you guys can chill, and I'm going to look up what that other one was, because that's bothering me a lot.
Huh?
Daddy, I found you.
Huh?
Daddy, got you.
Dodge, why are you here?
Because you promised.
But how did you get here?
It's Glaceon. I worked so hard to get my Glaceon, and I couldn't even remember it. I feel sorry. I'm sorry, Glaceon. Jeez.
Dodge! Wait! Come back! Dodge! Not you. Not you, Dodge.
The capture of undesirables. It seems that was your son's focus. Dodge fulfilled it admirably and served Cocoon in the process. You should be proud of him. Mr. Catsroy. Dodge was a great help. He could sense power of pulse origin. That let us monitor you. Words can't express our gratitude. The data he provided on enemyless sea was invaluable. And speaking of gratitude, we enhanced the surveillance footage from the energy plant.
Come back?
Those are the pulseless sea behind what
We
happened.
got close to a cocoon FFXIII.
The picture's a
Might
little
trigger
grainy,
something.
but I'm sure you recognize that
It's
one.
hopeless. I can't
We've had
any...
so much time together.
Fang, let's go. What's our focus even matter?
What's it matter? You want to be a monster?
I just...
Keep your chin up. We know the part that matters. Right? We are enemies of Cocoon. Know what I say? Part and raise some hell. Might jumpstart our memories.
What?
The FFXIII. Let's smash it.
Who are you? Huh? Daddy!
Lenille.
Yes, that young lady's terrorist assault at Uriday Gorge is the reason Dodge was made a lessee. Ironic, isn't it? The very girl you're protecting is the one who stole your son. Hold. Shall we finish the job? Or would you prefer to?
Colonel Nabat, what now?
Follow them and observe. How often do Lucy kill their own?
You can just like see his eyes narrowing even behind the mask, because this is the narrow eyes. I didn't want to talk during that cutscene because it was pretty significant, and it's actually pretty epic too. Like Colonel Nabat really sets herself up as a really, really cool antagonist with a lot of potential, and I'll talk more about that later. Anyway, let's move on here. This area is kind of cool. It's like a clock. I notice it has 13 instead of 12 right there. Let's go up on here, see what's going on with Lenille. I gotta get used to this camera again, because Final Fantasy XIV's camera is actually reversed from what I'm used to, and now I'm finally getting used to that. And now it's like I gotta get used to what I'm used to again.
What was waiting wasn't something I could change.
You are cold-blooded. Lying so people would trust you. Using them as shields. How many you gotta drag down with you? A coward and a killer. The people you use don't get to live. Why should you? Tired of living with guilt? Then die with it.
That's actually like a phantom that she's seeing. That's not really Saz right there, because he just disappeared. I didn't notice that the first time.
Lenille.
My name is Herbe d'Avenir. I'm a lessee from Grand Pulse. And to everyone on Cocoon, evil. Shoot me. For your son.
Don't you even! You think you die, and that's that? Hmm? You think you die and everything will be sugar and rainbows?
Then what can I do? What do you want from me? If I can't live or die, what do you want me to do?
Don't ask me. You figure it out.
I don't know.
Neither do I. It's over. There's nothing to do. Shooting you won't help. Neither will living.
Do your worst, you freak!
It's not over.
That's such an amazing shot right there. It actually, speaking of Pokemon, it's like always reminded me of like when Ash like stands in front of Pikachu defending Pikachu from the Spearow in the first episode.
Okay, fine. You want me? Come and get me!
Vanille's defending Saz. And then instead of Pikachu coming up and casting Thunder Shock, because Pikachu doesn't know Thunderbolt back then, it's like Saz getting up in front of her and shooting. That's so cool. It's like the perfect parallel. I don't know. I always thought that was really cool. Anyway, this is our third summon fight. So what I want to do first is I want to go to Synergist Medic really fast, and we want to get haste on Saz and Vanille. Haste is really the only important one that we want to get as far as buffs go, but we want them on both Saz and Vanille. And then after that we can go to Undermine, and what we're going to do is just have Vanille debuff and Saz Ravage. And once we get like the main 3 debuffs on them, then we can just switch over to, yeah, see now they're both on, so I'm just going to throw a potion really fast so we don't die. And then I'll go over to dual casting, and then we'll both Ravage. And we'll have, this boss is a piece of cake, it's so easy. But you really need haste. It's a lot harder without haste because you really need to have that speed because he attacks really fast, and to keep up with that, you want to be able to throw potions and you know, actually charge up your attacks before the time runs out, so that way you can actually, you know, win before the time is over. Otherwise, you know, your ATB bar isn't going to go that fast at all, and it's just you come really close to actually running out of time then. But if you do it this way, which is why I wanted haste really bad, then it's a lot easier. And see, we're already like almost halfway done. This is the strategy that I always use, 'cause it's really effective in my opinion. And you don't really have to worry about dying as long as you heal with potions. You will never run out of time. We're only at like 1,000 now, and we pretty much have him. There we go, we got him.
That's right. Let's do it.
I must say, Saz's summon is the one summon that I don't think I've ever actually bothered to summon after, you know, I've gotten it. It's just like a story thing, and that's about it. It's cool, I love the boss, but I appreciate the summons for the boss fights, not really for summoning them. Even though they're somewhat useful in this game, it's nothing on like FF10. Or at least a little more useless than FF12 summons. Useful than FF12 summons, not useless. Oh my god, did I say useless?
lot of things can be excused. Shooting kids ain't one.
Kindness like his, you don't forget.
Enough is enough.
Do be careful with those. For every task, there's a perfect tool.
All of Cocoon was against us. With us dead, they were sure everything would go back. Back to the way it was before.
Well, and that right there that's the end of chapter 8, and that's where we're gonna stop for this video. It's gone on, you know, for 22 minutes, and I'm a bit like I decided that's another thing I decided like when I was like doing, you know, my little hiatus is that, you know, I'm okay with making longer videos now. See, this was my save data 78. I actually got to chapter 9. Not to spoil where we're going to be going or anything, but, you know, we're going to the next video. So in the next video, I don't know what's wrong. I haven't commentated. Like, my lips aren't in, like, commentary form. They're out of shape. In the next video, we'll be going over there. I just drank a sip of coffee, if you heard the slurping. And we'll be starting that. It's actually my favorite chapter in the whole game, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to start it. So, yeah, I'll see you then. Goodbye, everybody.